The video you're watching is not free. The video you're watching is overpriced. It cost me 100 books of productivity, like deep work, which I read, annotated, summarized, condensed. What do you gain by watching it to the end? You gain the perfect business routine with entrepreneurship, online business, knowledge acquisition, plus skill and social life, plus love. How does it break down? It's cut like the top 1% cut it into 3 parts. It's a perfect 3-way business routine. Why 3-way? Because perfection is only achieved when there is nothing left to remove, not to add. Too many objectives is counterproductive because you will never achieve them. They can be feared, they can be multiplied tenfold, and when you have to catch up on last week's work every day, you're going to want to shoot yourself. After 5 years of crossing the desert, you can copy my way of thinking. You can try the best, but you have to do the minimum. That's okay. When you are doing something important, for example, what I'm doing right now is important to me. You must not feel any emotion. I don't feel any emotion right now. I'm putting a lot of energy into it, but I'm neither excited, nor crying, nor too happy, nor too unhappy. Habit comes with zero emotion. Anything that is too much in the beginning scares us, because they are hyper-motivated people, but in fact, they're going to smash their heads without stamina in this marathon business. If you are there to earn $10,000 a month while studying on the side, keeping everything, making no sacrifices from one day to the next like that, it doesn't exist. Play the lottery and you will have a better chance of success than that. Here, even if the audience is smaller, it's a better quality audience because these guys understand that, in fact, it's not me. It's 500 books talking to you. So you have to think of yourself as an athlete. How do you recognize an athlete? It's because they understand, as written in the personal MBA, that everything big has already been small. Everything that seems perfect was once chaotic. That's why I have tried I don't know how many routines. I have tried over 1,000 routines. I have tried over 1,000 habits. Your first part of your new perfect business day after reading 100 productivity books is 10 Pomodoro. You start your day, in fact, you only start living after 10 Pomodoros. What are Pomodoros? Pomodoros can be 25-5, 40-10, 50-10. You can even do it all at once if you really work like this. Me, from time to time, in terms of moral, I prefer it. So, when it's break time, the goal is not to go on YouTube or TikTok to scroll for 5 minutes like a mentally ill person, like a poor 10-year-old with nothing in his head but stupid cartoons. Because here, to actually come back is not just picking up the pace, it's actually switching identities again. That's a load of crap. So now you're going to say, but depending on the length of time I choose in Pomodoro, 10 is bound to go faster or slower. In the beginning, why not start with 25-5? If I'm really sincere, I always want to start right at the beginning. Even if I miss, I still want to aim for the beginning. Otherwise, I don't like it. So, if what you like is 40-10 or even 45, even if it's very extreme, start with that. Even if you get tired, it doesn't matter. As you go along, your level of concentration and endurance will increase, and you will be able to do longer and longer Pomodoros. Once again, the goal is the marathon. Even if at the beginning you're able to complete this skill of Pomodoros with 1 hour Pomodoros. 10 is a lot, isn't it? It's 10 hours work. It's gigantic. That means that next to that, maybe you sleep 5 hours a night, okay? It's ridiculous. You're not going to last the long haul. You really should not do that. It's like driving around with the reserve in your car. It's a trap. Why? Because your day, and that's what's going to keep you going the longest, is not all work either, right? You're going to stay in the profitable and productive aspect, but not necessarily in the work aspect. For example, when you go to the gym, is that work for you? No, but it is profitable. For example, when you go to do street pickup or on a date with a girl, even your girlfriend, whoever you want, is that work for you? No, yet it's profitable. Copy this way of thinking so that you don't only see the money around you, because that is stupid beginners thinking, but rather all around thinking that is everything included in profitability with as few breaks as possible. That's it. In any case, quality breaks. You can take them from time to time, like rest days in the gym. Think of your brain as another muscle. It's similar, but the aim, just like in the gym, is not to do 2 weeks in the gym working your ass off with motivational music and then need 4 months rest to restart with the same strategy. Now, for the pro tip, because each time I'm going to give you a pro tip for each part, for those who really have an excellent level. The pro tip is to go into the Pomodoro of a community. What I do want is for you to be active in it, to play the game to the hilt, because that's where I get my kicks, at least for me, because guys, in fact, completely change their identity. It sucks to be yourself. You're wrong about everything. You suck, man. I'm telling you right now, you suck. If you don't get the results you want, it's because it sucks. It's you who sucks. So, keep this in mind. When you start a new field, it sucks. When it has been 2 years, it sucks. When you compare yourself to a guy who has been working out for 10 years and I have been doing it for 2, I'm no good. You can be better than the people around you. But when, as Francis Ngannou says, you may be playing around, depersonalize him, okay? When you are playing around with the baby alligators in the zoo, just because you're beating them doesn't mean you're going to be the king of the jungle in reality. Take this metaphor seriously. In the Pomodoro, you put your camera on. You put your camera on. You film yourself, that's it. With your other phone, with whatever you want. So you don't use your phone. You stay on the computer, you put on your webcam. It's social pressure. You have to work all the time. There's no cheating. So work can scare you, but work, you've got to love it. Because if you don't have the results you've got, or if later on in 2 years' time, I can see in the future, you're going to be destroyed by competitors, AIs, whatever you want, who are coming at you hard, while ourselves right by the way too. There is probably guys who work 14 hours a day, who are competitors with you. Go get them, man. Go get them, whatever your level. Me, I'm happy to know, even if it's not the same, who are, in quotes, my future competitors, my future enemies, my future adversaries, even if it's all in good fun. I'm happy to work just as hard as they do, and maybe sometimes, I admit, just a little less than the bigger monsters who outstrip me everywhere. After that, you can work on affirmation. So, either you write them down or you say them to yourself. For example, nobody works harder than me in this room. You can personify it for yourself. I love my work. I worked for 4 years before I could create this life for myself. It's not work. I enjoy it so much I don't even count the hours. You can repeat this to yourself as a positive affirmation in quotes during the efforts. This comes from Mayweather, for example, when he says dedication, hard work. Treat yourself like an athlete. Athletes, before you start on the starting line, Usain Bolt, I don't think he's thinking, well, it's true that I didn't sleep last night. He's bigger than me, the other one. He's faster. Yes, but this time I didn't do my perfect procedure. No, he says to himself, whatever happens, even without training, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm going to eat them up. It's easy for me to run. I jump. It's like I'm in space. There's no gravity when I'm running. By repeating it to himself, his body goes into action in that sense. And of course, why is that number one in your day? Because that's when you have the most energy. You know that it's morning, noon, plus it goes with fasting. So fast for as long as you can. If you want, you can eat berries every 2 hours, for example, or every 4 hours. Bananas, dates, brown dried apricots, not orange dried apricots. And you smash your to-do list. Business is the most important thing for you today. You've got to have an all-round life, but 80% of it is business. By the way, I'm going to put up an email capture and or a survey if you are interested in paid private videos in which I would give a lot more advice, in which I would get even more down to earth. So let me know if you are interested or not, okay? Let's resume. The second part of your perfect business day after reading 100 productivity books is your physique. You've got to look 20 out of 20, including the contrast effect. In other words, at the same time, you will be rich. At the same time, you're capable of concentration, delayed gratification. That is, making sacrifices now without wanting the rewards now. Dopamine detox. You put it all in. And at the same time, in fact, in your physique, you're a fuckboy, as one of my friends says. In other words, my friend now has tattoos all over the place and everything. He's very strong, extremely dry, extremely veiny, very tall, tanned, nice gradient. At no point do you say to yourself, on top of that, this guy is rich, plus this guy has audiences all over the place and everything. You know what I mean? You've got to become that guy. You've got to become like my friend. You've got to be both better than the others physically, better than the others intellectually, and better than the others financially. So now we're going to talk really physical. Physical on the outside, I could talk about suits, tattoos, barbers, hairdressers, creams. I will come back to that soon. Maybe teeth whitening. I haven't done it, but I can do it. Braces if your teeth are in bad shape. But right now, I'm going to talk to you more about bodybuilding, strength training. Mind you, bodybuilding means muscle. Muscle means mobility. I'm not just talking about bodybuilding. Let's go and do some biceps curls. No. You've got to get out of the prism of the bodybuilding cult, okay? Yes, it's a very good 2080, but not for us anymore. That's what I think, guys, okay? It costs me to tell you this, but that's what I believe. That's what's worked for me. For a year now, I have been unable to get back into sport. I have hardly done anything. So I have lost weight, I have lost muscle, I have lost mobility, I have lost fitness, which is normal. But on the other hand, I have created businesses. On the other side, I have read a lot. On the other side, I am able to talk to you like this for hours and hours and hours. Everything comes with a sacrifice. Everything comes with a cost. We're looking for profitability through intelligence here, not selling dreams. I want you to know that for the past 2 months, I have been working out again, and I'm doing all my sessions. Right now, for example, it's 6 days out of 7. I currently work out 6 days out of 7 at home without paying a gym membership. And it's great, okay? I don't just do lousy movements. I do almost primal movements, almost animal movements. Now you're going to say, but what's this technique and so on? It's my coach's technique. I pay a lot of money for him every month. But guys, he's a monster. He is 100 times better than me in his field. He trains with a kettlebell. And kettlebell, guys, you can easily get hurt, okay? You're in for a rough time, aren't you? He has been coaching me for 2 months now, and he has been sending me video feedback. The moves are so hard and we have never done them before. For example, a variation of the get up. You will go to YouTube and type in get up. It's so precise, okay, that really you're going to hurt yourself. So I'm going to talk to you quickly about why I listen to him with all my intelligence, all the books, all the techniques I've got and so on. But I'm telling you, cancel your gym membership. The transport, the membership, the sessions there, talking to everyone, the rest periods, you've got no mobility, no flexibility. Few people stretch after the sessions and so on. My coach, guys, he does the splits easy. He can walk on his hands. He can do backflips. He can run for hours and hours and hours. He jumps super high. He's got a super dry, natural, perfect physique. That's more where you should be heading. Of course, when you're younger, you won't want to believe me. But when you have spent 2 years working out, frankly, it's a pain in the ass, guys. I feel like a chicken, on a breeding farm with the neon lights above me, no air. Everyone is looking at each other and it's very narcissistic. Honestly, guys, it really sucks. You have a body, but it's useless. I weighted 15 pounds more pure muscle. People would say to me on the street, wow, the pecs, it happened, Really, I'm telling you, it's useless. It's useless. I had no mobility. I was not hitting harder in boxing. It was not really useful. The point of training with a kettlebell anyway is what I'm doing today with a 36-pound kettlebell. And now I'm going over to a 52-pound kettlebell. My coach gives me personalized sessions and diets. So I do whatever I want. Today, I train about 25 minutes a day at very, very high intensity with a technique that is gradually getting closer to his. But it's very, very difficult. For me, it takes months of training to get to his level of technique. And therefore, percentages of results times 1000 that you will get afterwards with the right technique rather than a 90% movement. I had to pay $50 or $60 for the kettlebell. There are cheaper ones out there, but get a good one anyway. At home, it doesn't make any noise. I train on 20 square feet. I can train outside. I can train on a lawn. I can take the kettlebell anywhere. It works the cardio. You're better afterwards at running, jumping, even bodybuilding, whatever you want, because you are mainly working on strength. I had never worked on strength before. You do everything. There are mobility routines, stretching routines. It's about strength coming from the ground. It's about training barefoot, if possible on the lawn for earthing. Guys, this goes so far, it takes up Chi techniques, if I'm not being silly. CHI, basically Tai Chi, Chi. It's a very Asian technique. So, if you don't believe me today, tell yourself anyway, in 2 years' time, maybe I will understand why they are there. And in that case, it's better to force yourself today. In any case, it costs nothing to get closer to this, even to type kettlebell or kettlebell training and all that on your side. You will come across some great YouTubers on it, and we will see if you like that side. Today, my philosophy is 100% physical. It's a series on Netflix with nothing but challenges where the best physique is chosen. The best physique is not the bodybuilder, nor is the best physique the big swimmer or the Olympic arm wrestling champion. The best physique is the physique that can do everything in its workouts. And for me, 80-20 is kettlebell training. That's why I chose my coach. And one last thing, if you do bodybuilding, it's often for aesthetic reasons. During the first year and a half of bodybuilding, but I think it's the same everywhere, you're really going to change your physique. After that, however, the aesthetics of your physique will never change. For example, I don't look huge. I was 15 pounds heavier. Yes, I was big, people said pecs and all that, but I was still not huge in the person's ID. It's the same for you. Accept your genetics because you will never change them. And on the contrary, what is intelligence? It's accepting yourself. That's wisdom. And on the other hand, playing to your strengths. That's intelligence. This video is not entertainment, okay? It's not just another video you're going to watch. Afterwards, you will move on to another one, or you will watch this video while you choose another one for yourself. That sucks. I'm killing myself making this video. You know what I mean? I take time. I put a lot of energy into it. I have revised it beforehand. I've got notes on the side, okay? There is a lot of work that goes into what I'm telling you. It's months and months. I put my reputation on the table with every video. We don't know each other. Maybe, as a rule, I would not have spent 40 minutes talking to you like that, with all that intensity, when you have given me nothing. This is free. You're following me. Maybe you don't even like or comment. You don't even push. You don't even share. And yet, you keep it. You pick it up. So, don't be ungrateful, at least to yourself. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But at least be true to yourself. And note down what I tell you. Test what I tell you. Follow what I tell you. And between the two, bodybuilding, diet, all that, and business, you really take business. Because the muscle, you will be able to catch up afterwards. That's what I'm doing today. You will see in these next few months. Business opportunities are more limited than gym memberships. Boom! Your third part of your perfect business routine after over 100 productivity books, read, annotated, whatever, memorized, is your 10 out of 10 girlfriend. It's a girlfriend you have trained from A to Z, beautiful and intelligent to boot. Like that, it will make an irresistible offer, who lives off her skills without having to go to work and all. Now, what I'm telling you, it's not selling dreams. Now, what I'm telling you, it exists. It's going to take years, right? I'm sure there will be failures, because I have failed before. That's to be expected. Girls, you thought you have tried all this. In fact, they're going to tell you, this is not my life and so on, it sucks. Why are we going to try to change the girlfriend we're with? I think I'm the only one talking to you about this. Because it's already in our nature to help others, right? You see it around us, in the family and everything. Me, sometimes I give advice around me. In my family, my blood. I get criticized for it because it's a bit of a know-it-all, because people give you a hard time and so on. But that's my nature. The truth is, you are right. It's like everyday life. There is someone smoking, he thinks it's stylish. I go over and say, look, in 40 years, you know, all the people you have around you, your network, all that, you will be all alone, in fact. You will lose everything because you will be in a hospital bed and you will already have gone through 3, 4, 5 chemos. Someone will be there to wipe your ass when you poop. and you will die at 86 pounds when you could have lived 40 years longer. Do you still want to enjoy that cigarette? The guy, you agree with me, he's going to say, "What the hell are you talking about, you big moron? Shut the fuck up. You want me to hit you?" He will say, "You want me to hit you? What's the matter with you?" But it's in our nature. It doesn't bother me. It's the same with our girlfriends. We say things to them. They take it badly, they don't take it badly. In any case, it's 100 times better to have a relationship with a girl who understands you, a girl you can talk to, a girl who accepts correction, rather than a girl who is a know-it-all and all that. That's your old personality. It's no use. We are not in teenage relationships anymore. When you have a girlfriend, you think about her regularly. You send her messages. You do video calls. Maybe you live together. That's what I would advise you not to do until you have been in a relationship for at least 2 years. Really, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. There is too much invested in just making love, having a few laughs, going to the movies. Do you agree with me? Everything I'm telling you, I have experienced 100%. So we can talk about it. If you remember, at the beginning, I was talking about intelligence and profitability, because now every moment you spend with her is going to be profitable. She can work for you. All the discussions you have with her can give you ideas. You know what I mean? It can be training. But even so, what I'm telling you now, I'm no one to tell you. Why? Because when I was smelly from working so hard on the computer, when I was investing everything, I had nothing to offer a girl. What I was missing in spite of everything at that time were hugs. It was "I love you." Showered, of course, showered and clean. But it was "I love you." It was little messages. "You are handsome, you're cute." A lot of guys listening to me today have not heard that in years. It has been years. But on the other hand, once again, it's each to his own life, each to his own path. And those who sacrifice the most are often the ones who will go the furthest. There is a 20-80 balance to be found with your pain, with what you're capable of accepting. Inevitably, the longer you stay on your own, working, becoming intelligent and all that, the more you're going to please, the more girlfriends you're going to turn down to and all that, until you can't take anymore, or until you find a rare gem you can't pass up, or until you can afford it. I hope you do. And it's only by creating her that the proverb "behind every great man lies a great woman" can be heard. It's only by creating her in the first place. Otherwise, no way. This whole system I have described is based on the word enough. Pretend it's the 100 books of productivity talking to you, adapting for you in coaching. Because we're not looking for the Elon Musk level. We're not Elon Musk. You are not Elon Musk. I'm not Elon Musk. We will never be that genius. He's too strong. He's too strong. He is stronger than you and I together. It's as if tomorrow, for example, you were dreaming of having 100 McLarens in your garage. It's no use. You will never have it. No, you don't have access to it. You will never have it. There are levels to this game, and you have to tell yourself that not all desires are good desires. So stop being a desire machine and be an action machine instead. Easy.